Hi, I am Kayla Marie, and I am so excited to have you here watching this video. I get asked all the time, what is a TC? So in order to keep up, I've recorded this video so I can just get all the important stuff out, and then I'm so welcome for you to reach out to me and answer any additional questions or concerns that you might have. So I do have some notes right here. So if you see me looking down, that is what I'm looking at because I wanted to make sure that I answered I've been waiting and taking all the questions that I get asked all the time. So I'm going to go ahead and just dive in. Like I said, if you have any questions after this video, you are welcome to reach out to me. This just helps me get the word out to you so you can learn everything that you need to know about becoming a TC. And then that way I don't have to send it via text message and all that good stuff. So video is so much easier for me. So welcome. Sorry, I got a little confused on what I was doing. So have you ever thought of becoming a realtor? People want to know what is a TC, but have you ever thought, I personally have been in those shoes where I wanted to become a realtor. It just did not fit into the season of life, but I wanted that lifestyle of to be able to just go and do and all of that. But a lot of people don't understand, as a realtor, you're giving up your nights, your weekends, and you're spending hours looking at comps and then getting into your network in the community to get people that use you, because just because you're a realtor, it's kind of like that MLM world. They tell you, go to your friends and family first. Well, we know how that works, right? Because in the MLM world, everybody runs from you. And if you tell people, oh, I'm a real estate agent at the beginning, most of the time they don't want to use you because they think you're a newbie and you're not going to know what to do. So if you've been in those shoes, I too have been in those shoes. Are you really wanting to work from home? With being a TC, there's endless amounts of income. You can make as low as $500 a month or make up to $300,000. So it's what income looks good to you. What is that magic number that's going to help your family? So what is a TC? It is a real estate transaction coordinator. There's two types of transaction coordinators, an in-house TC and an independent TC. I personally am an independent TC. In-house works as an admin for the whole brokerage. They are there for all of the agents to utilize, and they make $10 to $18 an hour, depending on where you are in this world that we live in. So you are just an admin. Now, as an independent TC, which is what I am, you oversee the whole transaction. You become the ringleader. Some people call it a glorified babysitter, but you become the face of the transaction and you help your agent coordinate from start to finish. In a real estate transaction, there is tons of deadlines and things that need to be met. There's a ton of people that you have to keep in the loop, right? Like the lender talks to the title company talks to the agents talk to the clients. So you become this person that coordinates everybody and keeps everybody in the loop. So let me make sure I'm not missing anything. And then the other thing about a TC is your other job not only is to keep everybody in the loop, is to make sure that your agents, clients, whether it's the buyers or the sellers, feel important, that they feel included. I like to say you have to love on them. Make sure that they feel that you and their agent y'all are doing the best for them, and you are making sure that they are in the loop the whole time. So with that being said, I'm going to give you a few questions that I get asked all the time, and I'm sure you're thinking of them right now in your head. Do you have to be a licensed real estate agent? The answer is no. On a short answer, in the state of Texas, which is where I live and where I currently offer my services, you do not have to be a licensed real estate agent. You have to know the process, and you have to know the process, and then you have to market yourself as a TC to agents. So that's Texas. There are several states that you do have to have a license. And a lot of agents that don't want to go get a real estate license, they just work in states. I have a good TC friend. She works in Nevada, California, and Texas. Several people, and I actually have a post that I made inside of a group with 14,000 TCs asking people, how many of you work in states that you don't live in? And it was just me. A lot of people work outside of their state. So you just need to find the state that you want to work in that does not require you to have a license, and then start learning that process and start networking with agents in that state. Do you have to live in the state? No, I already answered that. Do you have to have experience? The short answer to that is no, you do not have to have experience. I personally, I'll give you a little history, started with 0 experience. I was in network marketing, every one of the network marketings. I swear I was in all of them. And I hated recruiting. So I would be so excited. I joined a new company and I'm going to make all this money like the person that signed me up said that they were making, and then nothing would happen. So I don't even know where I got that from. So when it comes to experience, you don't need experience. You just need to learn the process. And then you have to network with some agents, whether that is agents that you already know or becoming friends with agents in the online social media space. You need to learn the whole process. Now, I do offer a course on how to get started as a TC, and I will get to that in just a moment. But for the most part, you can Google and you can YouTube if you are on a budget and you don't have time. But the hard thing with that is because you will start watching videos on the processes and all of that, and then you'll get another person's video that's going to tell you completely different on how to do it. So it's really a big thing is if you want to get started and you want to succeed at becoming a transaction coordinator, is finding somebody that has done it and they're willing to teach you how to do it themselves. How much money can you make? I did touch on this a little bit in the beginning. You can make anywhere from $500 a month all the way up to $30,000. Becoming a TC is a legit career. It's your job. It's your business. It's not like joining a team on an MLM group. It is your business. The agents come to you because they need you. They want you. They're drowning. I have an agent that has 12 files going at one time. And she says, I don't know how I did this without you, because she's constantly out showing homes or constantly at listing appointments. And so it is a much needed and much wanted industry. So how much can you get paid? I will just be honest with you. I personally, when I started as an independent, I charged $300. Most people will charge $200 to $500, wherever you are in that scheme of experience and confidence of what you want to charge. Now, I charge $425. I started at $350. I think it was $350. And then I raised my prices to $425. And agents will throw their money at me. I'm serious. They were like, take my money, when they realize the importance of how much time you save them. And I can't even explain it. My agents will tell you, and I will get testimonies for you if that's what you need. But it is a much needed industry, and you can make anywhere from $500 to $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. It just depends on what it is that you want. You can start as an independent slow with just 1 or 2 agents that maybe have like 2 or 3 files each, or you can grow a whole agency. How do I get paid? You get paid when the file closes. I have maybe 10%, maybe even 5% of my files might fall through. But the good thing is if a file falls through, most likely they're going to have an immediate buyer or seller, most of the time buyer up, or they're going to find a new house lined up. So, and most of the work will have already been done. So it's not really a big thing that people fall through, but you get paid at the end of closing. So when the file closes and funds, that's when the agent pays you. How much time do I have to work? Once again, it goes back to your goals. I currently have about 20 ongoing files, and I probably work 4 to 5 hours a day. I am a homeschool mom of 2 boys that are very involved in sports. We are a very big social life people. We have lots of friends, play dates that we go to, and I am able to do all of this and be present with my family. So it'll just depend on how many files you have. Where do I find agents? Now, I teach you how to find that, but for the most part, You can start with your friends and family that are agents. You want to go for agents that are like high busy, super busy agents, and they might say, well, we have a TC in our brokerage. You don't want those TCs. You don't tell them that, but you want to provide confidence in your services, showing them that, let me show you what it is that I can do for you. So it just comes down to networking. But the thing is I like to tell my students, in Texas, there's over 120 real estate agents. And if you only need to find 1 to 5 agents out of that 120 to hire you, you have a pretty good section of people to choose from. And if you choose to go in your state, I don't know exactly how many agents are in every state. I just know here in Texas, there's over 120,000. So let me dive into my course. What is it that I teach you, and how can I help you get started making cash right now? So my course is the whole process from start to finish of how to become a TC. What exactly is it that I do as a TC on a day-to-day basis? How do I walk through a process? How do I process a file? I teach you all of that. I go over the vocabulary. I go over all of my checklists, and I give them to you as PDF files for you to use on your own. I give you all of my email templates, and back to checklists. Checklists, if you're like me, I just need to check things off. That is a TC's life, is checklist. So I give you mine. I give you my email templates. Now, I will say, as of right now, that my course is a Texas-based course. You will hear me throughout the course talk about, this is how we do it here in Texas. Does that mean that you have to take my course and work in the state of Texas? No. Most of the time, the processes are going to be the same. The only difference is I dive into the Texas documents that are most popular and most used. And so I can give you that because those are the documents I work with on a day-to-day basis. And I can tell you how to find clients in Texas, but it's pretty much the same thing outside of Texas. You will just hear me mention the word Texas quite a bit. So, but like I said, if you don't live in Texas and you feel confident at the end of my course and you're like, you know what, I'm just going to stick with Texas because this girl knows her stuff and she's going to be able to help me when I get stuck, because I can help you when you get stuck, then this course is for you. If you are ready to start changing your life, have that work from home life to where you can still be present with your family and your kiddos and still live that stay-at-home life that you love to live, but you want to help impact your family, this is for you. So if you have any questions, please reach out, and I would love to either tell you more about the course, or maybe if you have some questions about becoming a transaction coordinator that I did not potentially answer in this video, I would love to chat more. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I look forward to helping you change your life.